Have you ever wanted to partner with Navigate and I podcast and feature your brand on our episode? Make sure to send us an email at navigateandipodcast@gmail.com and let's partner together. We have different tiers that can help you become successful. Make sure to hit us up and we'll catch you in the email. On to the episode. Hello, everyone. It's Annika LaQuette here, the host and creator of Never Gave Denied podcast. And if you are new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you will not miss any of our episodes that comes out on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, I'm so excited to have these people on with me today, okay? Y'all already saw Peter and his beautiful story, okay? One of the Never Gave Denied OGs, okay? And he is back and he has brought a friend with us, okay? We have Patrick. Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing today?
Great.
That's good. So, y'all, if y'all do not know, they are the creators of Carrion Creek, okay? And it's a horror series that's coming up. So, I'm excited to talk about it, and we're going to get into it. So, what motivated y'all to even like collaborate on this particular series? Tell us a little bit about that.
I found him. He was a writer on Facebook, sad,
Yes.
lonely. And we met in a horror thing on Facebook, and
That's good.
and we just connected right away. We gave ourselves the task of writing just to start episodic horror, and then we wanted to compare our scripts to see how close we were, sort of stylistically, and where he was better, I was worse. And so he made me kind of a better scriptwriter as we went through the process. And now we have 22 scripts, and we've been doing it for 5 weeks. So, I mean, we're excited.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I love the collaboration, and you found him on Facebook. Now,
I did.
I tell people this all the time. When you're networking, go on those Facebook groups and find your people because they're there.
I have a lot of success there. I don't know. I've sold a lot of books through there, thankfully. With a lot of the people that have come onto my Facebook, and I've gotten tons of friend requests, a lot, and it's nice to talk to those people, to connect with all those people, because they end up sending messages, and I end up making a lot of friends through Facebook, and I find it to be a great place to meet people and definitely get your projects out, especially if you're looking for other people to help with you doing like what you're doing. Like, everybody's there, and they're mostly nice. Mostly.
Okay. Mostly.
I haven't had a horrible experience yet. But some of them are kind of mean, I guess. But you just kind of move along. You find the ones that are on the same page, that want to achieve the same goals as you, and you just kind of go for it, take a risk.
And that's how me and you met. And that's how you came on the show, from a Facebook group. So that's amazing.
Exactly,
Facebook.
How did you two meet? Now I'm curious. Well, which Facebook group were you guys?
I forgot. It's so many I'm in, but I know that.
I want to say it was like a specific podcast, niche group.
Right,
and,
it was.
I think maybe I was at the time, because it was when you first started. So this was a while ago.
Yeah.
I think at the time I was looking to be on places instead of having people contact me at that point. And you were one of the first people that said yes, actually. I'm grateful for that, because you helped get my story out a lot. And when we started doing this, and I wanted to start setting up podcasts to kind of promote it, you were one of the first people I thought of, and I was like, we got to get back on that show, because she's awesome.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
why not?
Let me tell you, I love Peter. He's my family now, okay? Because after people heard your story, they started reaching out to me and saying, your story was so impactful, they want to talk about their story on my show. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah, come on.
So, we most definitely met on a Facebook group for podcasting, and I was looking for guests, and I read his a little bit of his bio, and I'm like, I need him on the show. So that's how we met.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're super professional, so it doesn't seem like you guys met on Facebook or whatever. So it's like,
I network on Facebook all the time. That's why I'm telling my content creator students, network on Facebook. Yeah, you'll find a lot of connections. Yeah.
Do you ever do Reddit, or where do you go for I know I'm getting off topic here, but where do you go for guests? Do you?
So, number one is Facebook. The Facebook groups, I go straight there and I network. I talk to as many people as I can. Some people even reach out to me. Like I said, they saw Peter's story and they said, "Oh yeah, I want to get on." So they reach out to me through email or a DM and say, "I want to get on." Or I physically go to events, but I do all or most of my networking online, and it's really on Facebook.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's no like calling anymore for a source, or like there's nothing like that, right? There's nothing. It's like that's such a that style of like sleuthing and like checking out your sources and stuff like that doesn't really. We've gotten out of the Batman era, I guess.
That's a difference now. See, I do have a degree in mass communication. So we were taught how to vet people and see if they're people who they say they are. And not only that, I'm just nosy. I want to make sure I'm talking to them. I'm talking to. There's too many catfish out here. So of course, I do my deep dive and research and see what everyone's about. And yes, I have them on the show. Now there has been some people who say they want to come on the show and then they ghost me. So it's things like that, but you just pick up and keep going.
You got so many stories. I had a production company in DC, and you'd have to vet everyone, of course, that like, it's like, oh, can we get a couple cameras? We want like a lighting crew. We want like grip setup. And we're like, all right, well, that's going to be $7,500, half up front, half when we do the thing.
Yeah.
And then they try to like, we've got like Warner.com, like one of the guys' emails was Warner.com, not WarnerBrothers.com. And,
oh yeah.
They got me. They didn't give me for money. They got me for my time. But like, it was just like the loneliest DJ to ever walk around DC that I was filming. Strange. So many stories.
It is strange. Yeah.
Well, people do that. Some people like to take advantage.
Yeah.
It's very far and few in between where you find somebody that actually wants to do what they say and keep their word. The world is become a chaotic, negative place. So it's like everybody is okay with screwing people over.
Right.
I'm not.
Me either. No.
I don't approve of it. I think it's kind of like, it's just shady. Why do it to begin with? Just do something on your own if you're gonna like bring people down and all that stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you're looking for somebody to communicate with out there, make sure that you find somebody that, like with Patrick, he's committed. He wants to do it. He's got a passion for it, and get to know that person for a while, before you sign contracts or you do any of that kind of stuff. You gotta make sure that, like you said, vetting, you gotta make sure you gotta vet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm happy that y'all collaborating because I saw a little bit of the trailer and I'm like, hold on. This is going to be good. So I'm excited. I'm happy that y'all collaborated. So vetting each other and saying, okay, this is true. I can do this. Yeah. I encourage collaborations like this. It sounds like a beautiful situation.
Yeah, and we're super positive with each other too. Like we give each other the space and the time to like, like I know Patrick's kind of giving a look, but we do. For the most part, we give each other constructive criticism.
Okay.
That's the thing.
We have like a star rating system for our screenplays, and we both give each other what we feel our opinion is of the other's screenplay. So
we do a live reading every week. We make one screenplay on that Friday. We read it out loud to each other, which is a whole nother, like, you can write something, but does it sound good when you say it out loud?
That's right.
Does it sound like
100%.
a person is talking?
Right.
Nobody doesn't, like, nobody. That's the outreach that I wish more people did. Is like, instead of I wrote something, judge my log line. It's like, no, read it out loud to me.
Yeah, read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get people to be those parts, so you can understand it. Right. See if it works. Yeah, you're right.
I like that.
And there's something cool about like live editing too when you're doing it. So like, if he has an edit, I'll go ahead and I'll like delete, and he'll be talking while I'm like doing it. And then that way we can edit super fast. And and then we did the Kickstarter. We got a Kickstarter video out of sort of this collaboration. We've been collecting time lapses of me doing posters and us talking online, and we sort of figured out like I hope it's rigging the system, but I wanted to gamify the way that people have vote on Kickstarter. So since we already did all the episodes, how could we like use that? And like so we made all the tiers the same. and then your purchase is your vote, and we made it low, so it's like $30. And you vote for one of the 22 shows, and the one that reaches 10K fastest is the one we have to make.
Well, I like that.
Yeah,
that's the pilot
Yeah.
episode. Yeah. So the fans get to choose.
Yeah.
So we're involving
and that's what
them.
That's what
Yeah,
fans
and
like
in
to
the
do.
future, it's like the same thing. We want to involve people. We want to bring people in. So if, like right now, we have a thing going, if you sign up now to get notified when the Kickstarter launches, you get your name in the credits for the pilot episode. That way, everybody can have a part of it. They can be a piece of the pie and help us to create something monumental and come along with us while we're doing
That's
it.
smart. Yeah, and that's the thing. And the thing about it is creating a community for your film is top tier. Like going viral or whatever, that doesn't really matter. But when you get that community and people are relating to both of y'all and say, oh goodness, I could relate to Peter more. I could relate to Patrick more. I could relate to the whole film because they were a part of it. And that's about community. I love that. Yeah, that's smart.
I remember doing this one gig where it was a big company. It was a nonprofit, and I got this a couple times. They were like, "We want to make a viral video." You're like, "Oh, that's not how that works."
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
you can't just say I'm going to make a viral video. It would be nice if that is how it works.
What's the idea? And they're like, "Well, that's why we have you." And you're like, "Oh."
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're gonna do some weird stuff.
Yeah, right. We're gonna do some stuff we probably weren't thinking about, but it's gonna go viral. I mean, that's how you do it.
I pitched a bobcat. Goldthwait talks to an actual bobcat for the World Wildlife Federation.
Dude, I would watch that.
You should have been on that meeting. Oh my god.
Oh,
I believe it.
They were like, "Who's Bobcat Goldthwait?"
What? Oh my lord!
What the?
That's funny. That is funny.
Wow, that's interesting. And speaking of creepy and weird and different, what inspired y'all to create Carrion Creek? Like I said, a little bit of the trailer, okay, and it's good. But I also saw that it's like hitting on like nostalgia type of horror. Like get into what is the point and what is the meaning behind Carrion Creek.
You want to take it? You want me to take it? I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. So basically, when we came together and we said, we want to write something, we want to do something together, right? We were thinking, when I grew up back in the 90s, in the 80s and the 90s, that kind of horror that you watched, like shows like Twin Peaks or Tales from the Crypt or even Unsolved Mysteries. I was a huge Unsolved Mysteries person. Like, there's something about that show that is just like, when I hear that, that theme music, I'm like, I need to watch this, right?
Yeah.
So it was always, Robert Stack, something about his voice. The way I don't know what it is, but it's great show. But either way, right, it's one of the best. So the nostalgia of that, and every time I think about good horror movies back then, I can name a bunch. It just brings me back to like my childhood, And I think what we really wanted to do was kind of give everybody that taste, especially the new generation now. That taste of what it was really like back in the 90s, to kind of have that 90s, 80s feel to it. And we really wanted to make sure that we did something new, do a new death that wasn't seen before or not seen well, not done the right way, or maybe not the right way, but a way that was like convincing, right? I've seen a lot of those lately that they just kind of don't really look convincing. It doesn't look like that's how it would be. So I think when we got together and we decided to do it, we were just kind of like, let's give people what they don't have, because we have these Stranger Things, right? We have these one storyline for 17 seasons and 1,400 episodes. And the last episode is the same as the first episode that came out years ago. It's like you just retelling the whole story over and over again. It's like, I love Star Wars, right? But perfect example. Every Star Wars movie is the same exact story, just in different points of views, right? And I think what we really wanted to do was give people something they haven't necessarily seen and that they can relate to being back then, especially our generation, me and Patrick. Those people that watch it are going to be like, wow, I remember the pogo stick. you know, or I remember playing Monopoly when it was storming out, you know, like those kind of things that people don't do anymore. They just don't do it with, you know, digital stuff. Nobody does any of that kind of stuff anymore. So, and we wanted to make it real. We wanted to deal with family issues. So
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
both.
those things are,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
If you go back and watch any of the 12 shorts that I've directed or read anything that I've written, you can see that this is kind of how we bonded, is shared childhood trauma, like as if like we both grew up in the same household, except he walked out the back door and I walked out the front. It was like sort of simpatico. As in terms of like how deep it goes. And I think a lot of people now are empathetic viewers. And by that, I mean the comment section has made everyone very aware that they are able to swing something. Everyone feels like they need to be heard. And everyone is looking for the nostalgia craze. And we're at the perfect age where we can deliver that. Everything is like lined up right now perfectly, where we grew up hearing like scary stories. Don't go in the neighbor's backyard. My father scared the crap out of us. We were all around the campfire. My mom used to tell a story about this legless woman that used to be in the attic, so we wouldn't go into the attic, that sort of thing. And like, so our sort of theory of the town is that these things are coming to life. And so it emanates from the creek, and there is sort of like it's like a purgatory where it's where a soul enters in the next life. So that also means that souls can choose not to go. And then those are the souls that we're dealing with. And so seeping out of this lake is not only the souls that don't want to go, that want to stay, that are malevolent, but also the creek is causing like a sort of a mass mental, everyone's having mental breaks, sort of. There's like depression. You know, kids are overusing social media to commit crimes. We have some rip from the headline stuff. We have like, we talk about suicide, but we also want to combine that with a suicide prevention hotline number afterwards. So it's like,
which I actually reached out and they gave me permission to use it. So
that's good.
Some of those episodes there'll be that and some rehab ones, because we also talk about drug addiction in a couple of the episodes as well. That's and smart. Like abuse, neglect. You know, there's like you said, a lot of the stuff from our childhood. We kind of took and wrote about a little bit. And yeah.
Guys, it's weird now because guys used to not go to therapy.
Yeah.
No.
Guys are going to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, we're being talked about, picked on.
They're talking about this stuff. Like, guys never talked about this stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
They wrote it. Sometimes it got made. Sometimes it didn't. Usually no one cares about a guy over 40. It's just like you've outlived your usefulness. Go die in a desert somewhere. But like now, people are talking. It's kind of weird to see how small the universe has become with sort of social media.
Yeah,
which I think we're all getting used to. Also, advertising on it's where do you go for the people that are most interested in your concept? Is it Facebook? Is it Reddit? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok?
There's so many.
Is it Threads? Is it X?
Right.
Right.
You know, you gotta pick a couple. You can't do them all.
Okay. But you could. It depends.
You could. Yeah.
You don't want to do them all. It's not. That's not how. Like it's not. That's throwing stuff at the wall. You need to. My theory of social media is you go where you're needed the most. You go where your story resonates. Just because you're on Facebook a lot doesn't mean that Facebook is the right place to go. It's just that's just our easy head going. That's what I know. That's what I can do. But like email outreach is still huge. Everybody still gets emails.
Yep.
And I spoke to some kids the other day, and I asked them. I was like, "How are you guys communicating? Like, are you guys using emails anymore? Are you using Messenger? Are you using Instant Messenger?" And they said they weren't using anything but Snapchat. Snapchat. Where your stuff is erased.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing now. It's like security. Who's reading my stuff?
That's
Like,
right.
I've got so much stuff. Like all my messages, like just everything. Everything's out there. The kids
That's an
now.
episode.
Yeah.
That's another
Yeah, I was gonna
episode.
talk
That's what
about that
that is. I'm
too.
thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. This is an episode we're talking about.
It is. If some of
Yeah.
you wonder like how to make like sort of social media into backrooms. So another part of this was like backrooms just came out, did great. That was a YouTube creator. Markiplier came out with his thing, got a sweetheart of a deal to have his Iron Lung movie distributed to mass audiences. He's a YouTube maker. The people that made Obsession, also horror YouTube makers. So like, strike while the iron is hot, and I think we've got something. I think this is fire.
Yeah. And I was going to ask that question, like, speaking of technology, when creating your horror film, do you think loneliness and technology are creating a new kind of horror in real life?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
I
if we
agree
don't pay
too.
attention to it, we're screwed. I think we're screwed either way, but you know,
Hey,
sorry.
tell them the title of your last. Tell them the title of your last book.
Oh, this is how it will end. That's the last story. I just my new book that I just released 2 weeks ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you knew about that anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about the end of the world. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's like I think we're living in it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching. Did you watch Simpsons growing up?
Yeah.
No.
Love
Did everyone
I-
watch it? Yeah. So like, I was watching the 1992.
Oh, yeah, Simpsons. Yeah, duh.
1992, 95.
I was like,
Simpsons.
you've seen the
I'm
Simpsons?
like, duh,
Come
yeah, girl,
on.
what? Yeah, I blanked out.
But there was the Elk Lodge one or whatever where they're at the we do, and every episode that I watched, it was like 4. They were all from the same season. Every episode ended with family. There was they looped it back, no matter how zany it got.
Yeah.
It would always be like, oh, now I have pictures of Lisa around the or Maggie around my nuclear reactor, and I was like, this is not the kind of writing that exists anymore.
No. Yeah.
Everyone's
It
yelling
doesn't.
at each other.
No.
Everyone's
Yeah.
yelling at each other and
Yeah.
like mean and like
I think that's like just the thing now.
like who in real life acts like any of these people? Like why would these people be friends? I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's writing or who's in charge, but that's not the way people act, and it's making people worse.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's just like playing to that people want to see drama. They want to see lives worse than their
Right.
own, so they can feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? Like psychologically, So I think that's why they write that kind of stuff.
Well, like but like drama doesn't need to like you can have a show that exists where you get the internal thread that works, but everything else is going wrong. You know what I mean? Like now the shows are everything in my friend circle is wrong, and I had this terrible past. But we're not going to show that interesting stuff. We're going to talk about hockey.
We're going to talk about hockey.
What? Who even watches hockey anymore?
Right, I get
What
you.
are you guys talking
I get
about?
you.
There's 2
I
hockey
love
shows.
hockey, man. I'm
There's
a hockey
2
guy.
hockey shows out now. Romances based on novels, and they
I
are
don't know if I'd watch
they are
that.
doing millions of dollars, and we're trying to get a film made for $10K. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you're talking about hockey. I wanted.
Yeah.
Patrick is
I
like,
agree.
he's just
Like,
I
blown
can't
away right now.
understand.
He's like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. No, I completely understand where you're coming from. And that's why I think that your new series is going to be different. And it's something that I want to see. So when it actually does launch, I'm going to be like, ooh, let me look it up and let me see what's going on. Because I love like that old school horror films like Halloween. Let's see. Jeepers Creepers, the first one. Because I feel like after Jeepers Creepers like 2, 3, whatever, it's starting to get a little bit whack.
Yeah,
but the first one I loved.
Yeah, the
What
first
was
one was
your
great.
first-
I actually liked
What
it.
was your first horror movie? What was the one that actually scared you first? Do you remember?
Ooh,
Candyman?
I would have to
Is
say-
it Candyman?
no, surprisingly, it was It. It
Oh,
scared the heck out of me.
So are you talking about the
first
miniseries?
No, I'm talking about the
you're
original,
talking about the-
1980s, 1990s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about the
Tim Curry.
miniseries. Yeah, the
Okay, so-
miniseries with Tim
Okay,
Curry.
yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love that.
Terrifying.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
it.
that
Mine
one.
was what we had. My dad had rented Event Horizon.
Oh, okay.
Like we were like 11,
Okay.
and we were sitting there in the living room, and we couldn't make it halfway through. We were petrified.
I love that movie.
Like that was
Event
the first
Horizon.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie. It's a very
So
good movie.
good.
Lawrence
So
Fishburne. That movie is fantastic.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're making another one now. They're rebooting it. Apparently, of course they are.
I
Because
hate
this is what
reboots.
we do
It
now.
got to be done right. If they don't do it right, I'm
Hollywood
going to
always
scratch it.
has to reboot something.
Yeah.
Why? Well,
It's
what's
like,
with the reboots? Like
don't get
just
that.
two franchises. I don't. It's like
I
all
can
the-
understand one or two franchises that might need it because the
Mhm.
originals were horrible. But if the
Yeah.
originals were horrible and they didn't do well, why was there a sequel? So it just kind of
Mhm.
cancels itself out. I don't really understand it. I think they're
I
just
agree.
running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Money, right? Money. You got your
Yeah.
hands in the pot. You want to make money out of it. Yeah. I'm sure
They
that's
said that
really
too.
why. Do we
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
another Superman movie? I mean, honestly, do we need another one? Do we need
Did you
3
guys see the
Batman
last?
movies
Did you
this
see
year?
that? Did anyone watch the last Superman? The recent one?
Yes, I did see it
Yeah,
with
they-
that
Did you
new
watch
guy.
it? Did you like it or you liked it?
I liked Lex Luthor's parts.
It's the
Yeah.
same
like-
spots.
It's a little bit
I
of
liked
parts.
the
Yeah.
intelligence of Lex Luthor.
Mhm.
The story was okay, but it just wasn't like it wasn't like I don't know. There's just something about it that wasn't like on top tier to me. I don't know.
I
I
get
never
you.
liked Superman though. Superman
Yeah.
to me always had a bad image. He had an image problem. Like because he was from like way back when,
Mhm.
stopping bullets and jumping over, big buildings, leaping buildings, a single bound or whatever that is. And then you try to change that to
Mm.
now times, and he just looks like a sissy to everybody. So it's hard to make
Yeah,
another
I get you.
Superman movie, but they make money off of it either way, so it doesn't.
Yeah, there's the only cool Superman story hasn't been. I mean, this is such a cool story, but it's called The Red Sun, and
That
it's
sounds
what if
familiar.
Superman was communist, and so it plays along the line of like if God was on their side, sort of who's on ours, sort of
Mm.
thing. So
Right.
like, does that make them more right because they're heroes on their side, or that was the only interesting.
That's a
thing
good
to me.
storyline. That's a really
Yeah.
good storyline.
It sounds like a good
There's a
storyline.
lot to do with that. There's a lot to unpack in that.
Yeah.
Are people
Why did they
interested?
never do that?
Are people interested in
Mhm.
smart things anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. I think that too much intelligence is, I think people just want stuff just fed to them now. It's
Yeah.
kind of sort of seems what it is with social
I
media
agree.
and everything. It's like you're constantly going like this,
Mhm.
looking at stuff for seconds. You're like, hey, I'm not interested, not interested. Oh, what's this? All right, not interested. And that's literally how it is.
That's
like,
how it is. Yeah.
it's
That's
like,
how it
okay.
is.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's just the times. I mean, just how it is. Everything changes.
I'll give you 5 seconds to send us an email saying that you want to be a partner with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah. And see, I'm more of a Marvel fan. I'm not really a DC fan. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I
don't really know.
Marvel
I
has
mean,
more
I don't really know
storyline.
many DC fans. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know many.
I mean, Batman's dope. Batman's dope until
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's
Batman.
cool.
Batman aside. I mean, I could think of a couple of DC characters that are pretty good. Batman would definitely be the best, and then
He was
everything that's
cool,
related to
but-
Batman.
But
He's
like,
awesome.
but what's interesting about him is not what they've been showed. Like he's a detective. Like,
He's a detective.
Mhm,
That's
he
right.
is.
Yeah.
he's solving a crime, and like they've got him like fighting
Yeah.
18 guys, and like he's getting out of like who gives a shit? Make it story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Make
If
it
he's
like
not big-
7.
If
You
he's
know,
not
movie
thinking about
7. Make it like that.
Right. Wow.
I don't know. We can really. I think this crew right here, we can really change things. In this
Ooh, yeah.
area.
Good movie.
we can do it. Let's
Yes, that
change
was
the
real
world.
good. Okay,
Let's
I
do
love
it.
that.
Let's
Yep,
go.
and see, one of my favorite Marvel characters, of course, besides Doctor Strange, he's number 1 on my list.
Right.
Doctor
But
Strange
I
is
also,
Yeah, he's
yes,
awesome.
I love him. But also,
Yeah.
I love Black Widow. Now, she
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah.
a very powerful character. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Most
Are there
definitely.
any African American superheroes that you
Um,
enjoy that aren't like
other
Well, Black
than
Panther, right?
Black
Black
Panther?
Panther? Okay,
Black
okay.
Panther's
Um,
amazing, right?
Who's another one?
I mean, I shoot for
Blade?
Spawn because I love
Blade.
Spawn.
I mean, he's
Blade
technically
is
like a
Marvel.
villain. Like
Yeah. Blade
he's
is awesome.
villain-ish,
the hero we need.
hero-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
like
hero.
he's
He's the
really
hero we need.
Yeah, I think he's the first black superhero.
I think they successfully lobbied for him to come in and do the fourth one now.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's the one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Blade. Blade is
Blade is
Blade,
it's
oh
kind
my
of hard
gosh.
to really compare anything to Blade.
Right,
To me.
because that's the only one I'll keep watching, like Blade 1, Blade 2. Yeah, I will keep watching that. That's really good. Yes, I love that. So, speaking of, because we done started like a whole podcast about movies. I love that, but because I'm a movie person. Okay, I was literally watching Maleficent 7 with Denzel Washington. I hope I'm saying it right. Denzel Washington in it.
7? Yeah.
Yes, I was just watching that. Really good movie. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, like that's a y'all movie though, because I really can't wait for it to come out. So with that being said, because I know y'all said y'all talked about addiction, everything, and then y'all did cover that you all will be giving out resources at the end of the film, which is amazing. Okay, because that's what is needed. So with that being said, which episode hit y'all like the hardest? Like just think about all the episodes that you all have written and it hasn't come out yet. Which episode for each one of y'all hit the hardest?
I know. I mean, I know what mine is. There's this. There's this great documentary called Memento Mori, which is Latin for. It's by Marcus Aurelius, and it's like it's akin to like when you die, you give, something like that. And it's about a guy that has a seizure at a tattoo parlor. This is a true story, and he goes into his brain sort of disconnects, and he starts going into seizures. They rush him to the hospital. He hasn't signed up for donor participation, but he's like a perfect candidate for it. So this documentary crew went in, somehow got permission to film the 4 days after he goes into the hospital, where his family is trying to deliberate whether or not to give away his organs to someone else, which his parents can do because I guess he was like a year under the limit or something like that, like just under 18. So his parents who are just like typical Midwestern people, have all of a sudden this huge morality question forced on them. And it's like the 4 days after this guy sort of is determined to be like not functioning anymore, the doctors have to do specific tests. The mom is there. All the friends start coming in, start asking the same questions. And the doctor, in a very measured response, has to tell them all sort of what's going on, maintain the status quo, and at the same time make sure that somebody gets these organs that are just about to be harvested. So I took that a step further, and I wrote sort of the beginning and ending of that, where Matthew is the guy's name, sort of lingers, and he's after he dies in that same room with the family, but he can't contact them directly, and so his sort of presence in the room makes everyone grieve more intensely. There's something like malevolent, weird, and sad, and like the more he's there, sort of grieving for his own death, the more he puts his family through it, and so at the end, there is I don't want to give it away, but he sort of has a coming to of sorts, and gets to talk to his mom, and she sort of recognizes his presence or whatever, and they have a nice little chat, and then he walks into a lake and goes into the next life, sort of thing. So it's like it's not just like monster zombie horror, which is kind of, that stuff is okay, but like we want to do psychological terror. We wanted to take you, and I wanted to shoot it real. So I took the actual words that they said in the documentary, and then sort of got rid of all the ums and ahs. And I want to have the actors do it sort of verbatim. I want it as realistic as possible. So I thought that would be kind of interesting too, is just to have like the most realistic scenario and a ghost story. Sort of. Ooh. Yeah. So and it's like, I highly suggest the documentary if you can sit through it. It is extremely terrifying and liberating at the same time. Memento Mori, highly suggested. But that's mine.
That sounds good.
Sorry,
Yeah, and actually, no, it's okay. I was like, when we read it, we had our last table read. I think it was last week. I think it was the one we did this one. The episode's called My Matthew, and it was tough. You know, it played on my emotions a little bit to kind of sort of understand the difference between a grieving mother and a grieving brother, and how they actually literally have to make a very serious decision, and the constant, what would Matthew do? You know, those kind of questions, like, it just kind of sort of made it, like, because I'm a father, you know, for me, it while I was reading it back, we were doing the table read, it made me think about my own son, you know, my oldest son, honestly, and what would happen in that situation, you know, and I know what I would choose. And I think I know that because I finished the screenplay, because I read it. And by the end of it, I had made up my mind that if that had ever happened to me, that I would donate his organs. That, I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happens in the episode, but I'm saying that I made up my choice because of the emotional impact that your writing had, to be honest, Patrick. It was good.
Thank you.
Know, so
this sounds
so
good.
you know, if that were to ever happen, you know, that's where it put me. It put me in this situation of the dad, of being there, of being, you know, maybe losing my son, or having the doctor tell me that I'm going to lose him, and thinking, what am I going to do about it? You know, so it's a very impactful episode, and it's going to be a tough one to shoot, I think, because of the emotions that's going to probably happen during a. But mine, out of the episodes, would be You Always Have a Choice. It's about a heroin addict who gets to see what her life would have been like if she wasn't addicted to heroin. And she's given a choice to either keep doing the heroin or to change her life. And it's definitely very emotional, and it's got its extreme psychological, like, kind of parts to it, to where it's like you're kind of questioning, like, does she have a choice? I mean, do the drugs
sounds good
counteract her choice? If, because she's addicted to the drug, right, does that take over the fact that she always has a choice to not do it? You know, and it plays with that. It plays with the addiction, right? And so yeah, that's my favorite out of the ones that we've done on my side.
That's a good one. And it's like,
good.
also, can you change? Like, I know that we're Peter and I are pretty lucky that I mean, it was hard as hell to quit. I was an alcoholic for 20 years. And
and you know, I was too. Yeah.
It got real bad. To where, like, if I didn't have it in my body, I'd go into like toxic shock and like pass out. And that happened a couple times and scared the shit out of my girlfriend and myself. And but like, that didn't make me quit. Like, that didn't make me quit. Like, but being in a wheelchair. So I was on my way to rehab this one day, and I was flying so high. I was so happy. It was like a beautiful DC not humid day, and I was on a bike that I had just gotten, because I never ride bikes, and I was like, oh, I'll go ride my bike. And I was on my way to rehab, and I was sober. And I my foot got stuck within my brake, and I went head over heels. And flipped the bike, and then cracked my lower leg in two. And I tried to get up and walk, and that didn't work. And so I'm in the hospital, and was actually going back on the drugs for the pain medication. That I was just like, I started feeling sorry for myself, and started drinking really heavily again. And I was like, what am I? The only person that like, everyone is affected by this, but the only person that can change it is me. And I was very lucky to have had the rehab to help me out, but a lot of people don't have that. Rehab is not free. It's like it was like $5,800 when I was there. I think it's twice as much now. And I remember going into a DC rehab. It was interesting. I loved all the people there, and like just seeing it was everyone's last chance. Like everyone seemed to be on the last rung of their alcoholism. Yeah. And it was like the stories were absolutely earth-shatteringly heartbreaking. Like single mothers, minorities in poor neighborhoods. Like I had nothing on these people. Like in terms of like what, like the suffering is like, that kind of changed me. That like, it was just sad to know that I could get some help, and at least outwardly, it was a little bit easier for me to do that than these other people who had just maybe more of a right. I don't know. It's tough. Do you always have? That's a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one.
That sounds powerful. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that sounds powerful. Like, so with that being said, what message do you all want to like have your audience take away from watching the series?
Well, I'm terrified. I don't want you to just be terrified. I want you to be interested too. So my takeaway that I want to give my audience is something something interesting. God, something interesting.
Yes.
Please give me a story. Give me a character. Give me like reasons to love something or hate something, or just all this milquetoast stuff is. I don't want people to just watch mine and like it be gone in the dustbin of history. Like that's it. 8 episodes gone. You know, so the hockey thing no one's going to remember next year. Gone.
Right.
Yeah, I want people to really be affected.
Yeah.
I think that I would want people to say, I watched this episode and it made me realize what my life isn't. You know? And it also gave me the moment to care about something, you know, to care about the character. You know, whether it be just, I mean, we have a couple episodes that are just, you know, like a father and a daughter beat up a bunch of like demon zombies, you know, but they're grieving the death of their mother, of her mother that just died from cancer, right? So there's these interlocking things that happen in these episodes. And if somebody can relate to it and then get on a thing and say, hey, you know what, this episode did this, and we'll answer. That's the thing, like the connection. You know, I would really like to form a connection with people. I think that's what I was saved to do. I think I'm here to try to help people, and I think that the show can help people, especially with the underlining psychological lessons within these shows. And that alone is enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be good. Y'all make sure y'all watch Carrion Creek coming up, okay? And lastly, tell everyone where they can watch it. When is it coming out? Because we're ready.
we have. Thank you so much for letting us on the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
This has been
welcome.
Excellent.
Yes.
But we have a tentative release date for Kickstarter on July 1st. We'll send you the promotional so you can put it out to people. But if you go to rooksproductions.com/Carrion Creek, Carrion Creek, it'll take you to a page where you can vote on the posters and the log lines for each 22 shows. Each poster was done by me. Each log line was done by us. And then you can actually pick the ones that are most affecting to you. And if you submit your email and your full name, we will put you in the credits of our first pilot, just for having done the posters.
Yeah, just for signing up. That's our little giveaway to try to get people connected. You know, we want to build a community, and we want to be able to talk to these people as well too. You know, I mean, if somebody's got a suggestion, I want to hear it. You know, like fans, anybody, I want to hear it. You know, I don't want to be one of those kind of people that are like, nah, I'm too busy for that. You know what I mean? And you know,
we just we took one of our someone commented on one of our posts the other day, and they said, I had a weird dream about perpetually driving and never getting to the destination. So
I had dreams about that too. Yeah.
And so, so I wrote it. We wrote it.
So you wrote it into an episode. Yeah,
That's
we just did
good.
it.
It's
Yeah,
so good.
and
It's
it's
so
a
like,
good one too.
man, if you have a good story, let us know.
Yeah, let us
We'll
know.
give you a story
You know?
by credit, but like,
Yeah, of
we'd
course.
love to, write. We'd love to write.
We want to get people involved. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
we want to take people with us. We want to be doing everything as a community together, like it used to be.
That's
You know,
right.
in the '90s, like
Mm-hmm.
when people
Right.
actually had to get together to do something and make things with their hands, and
Yes.
shoot something differently to make it work. Like those
Call
kind of things.
someone on the phone and like then go
Right.
meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah, then actually go meet them.
Right.
Be
Meet
like,
them.
you want to go get coffee? Like, what is that?
Let's
I don't
do this.
know. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore. Let's do those things.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I completely understand. And then tell everyone where they can follow you. Make sure they stay up to date with everything I have going on. Either one can go
I'm all
first.
over Facebook. You can find
Okay.
Carrion Creek on Facebook. You can find it on Instagram. You can find both of us, Patrick Hale and Peter Colter, on Instagram and Facebook. And then Roof Productions YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that, and you'll get all the updates for Carrion Creek through that. And just make sure you sign up to the Kickstarter. Notify me on launch button. We'll get you your credits into the show.
Yes.
And
I
the
love that.
YouTube handle is @RooksPro, and that's also the same for my Instagram. And
Okay.
I do weird stuff too. I love to learn things, so there's like a bunch of like, how do you build a sauna in New York? Stuff that's up there too. That's just interesting.
Okay.
So like, it's a good channel. Check it out.
Yeah,
Ooh,
check it out.
yes. I love that. And I want to thank y'all so much for coming on Never Gave Denied podcast today.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much,
much.
Rick. Seriously, it was awesome to be
Yes.
back on the show. I love coming on the show. Fantastic.
Hey,
Thank you so much for making the time for us.
of
Thank you.
course. You're welcome. And remember, yes, life was delayed, but it never gave denied. I'm your host, Annika Laquette, and you just listened to Never Gave Denied podcast with Peter and Patrick. Bye, y'all. I know you're not going to deny subscription. It's a whole new season and you're still playing. Click here to subscribe and click here for more episodes because we want to see you and become undeniable with us. Period.